Appetizers? Chips and dips? You must be curious about these terms. So let's learn together by sharing information about this topic. We will introduce chips and dips as an appetizer. But before we move on, we need to know what exactly is appetizer. Appetizers were originally introduced by the Athenians as a buffet in the early 3rd century BC, as they would serve sea urchins, cockles, sturgeon, and garlic. Appetizers are foods that stimulate the appetite through their attractive appearance, fragrance, or appealing flavor. They come in small pieces or portions, and they are usually served before a meal to induce and stimulate one's appetite to give appreciation to the food we eat.
What about chips and dips? Chips and dip are sometimes playfully referred to as a chip and dip. It is a snack food or an appetizer consisting of chips served with dips. The usual type of chips used in chips and dips are potato chips, crackers, raw vegetables, tortilla chips, corn chips, bean chips, vegetable chips, pita chips, and plantain chips. These chips are used to scoop up a dip, a savory creamy mixture. There are various types of dips are used to accompany various types of chips, and proper consistency in the preparation is important for many dips. It must not be so thick that it cannot be scooped up without breaking the chip or crackers. But it must be thick enough to stick to the items used as dippers.
In addition, dips help moisten each mouth, giving the teeth some much-needed refuge from the more intensive chewing action as required of the crunchier snack. The interaction between opposing characteristics also make for a far more interesting munching sensation.
The history of chips and dips is pretty interesting. Dips have been made for thousands of years. One of the earliest dips to become popular long before chips ever came into existence is the Greek tzatziki, a combination of yogurt, cucumbers, garlic, salt, and olive oil. But when the invention of the potato chip in the mid-19th century came, it and many variations of it have also become popular chip dips. Guacamole is an example of an iconic chip dip that was first made by the Aztecs.
After years, the chips and dips gained significant popularity in the United States back during the 1950s, and the popularity was increased due to the style changes as well as due to a Lipton advertisement campaign. Chips and dips are one of the popular foods during the annual Super Bowl game in the United States, and about 85% of Americans eat potato chips. A fun fact about this is March 23rd is the National Chip and Dip Day.
Some examples of chips and dips include onion dip with potato chips. A classic chip and dip, a dip that is onion-based paired with any brands of potato chips. Buffalo chicken dip with sweet potato chips. A buffalo chicken sauce dip paired with sweet potato chips. Salsa with tortilla chips. A spicy chip and dip, salsa is spicy tomato sauce, paired with tortilla chips. Spinach artichoke dip with pita chips. Spinach artichoke dip, which contains mayonnaise, cream cheese, bits of artichoke, and spinach with pita chips. Hummus with pretzel chips or pita chips. Hummus is made by blending chickpeas or garbanzo beans, tahini or ground sesame seeds, olive oil, lemon juice, and garlic, paired with pretzel chips or pita chips.
7-layer dips with tortilla chips. The 7-layer dip contains refried beans, sour cream, mixed with cream cheese and taco seasoning, guacamole, salsa, cheese, green onions, olives or tomatoes. The best pair for this dip is the tortilla chips. Guacamole with plantain chips. Guacamole is a dip that's the main ingredient is mashed avocado and mixed it with salt and lemon usually.
Before the video ends, we have an example of dip for your chips and dips. It can be prepared in 5 minutes, can be cooked in 20 minutes, and can fit 7 servings. This type of dip is called artichoke dip, and here are the ingredients and procedures on how to create this dip for your chips and dips appetizers. The ingredients you need are 1 or 14 ounces can of artichoke hearts, drained and chopped, 1 cup of mayonnaise, and 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. In preparing this dip, you need to follow these steps in sequence. Step 1. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Step 2. Combine the artichoke hearts, mayonnaise, and Parmesan cheese and mix well. Step 3. Spread in a 9 by 13 inch baking dish and bake in the preheated oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown.